Must be walking pretty slow. Welcome to the Rike Center on the campus of Otterbein University. Today's ushers are wearing a red polo and can answer questions as they arise. If you have any friends or family who are not here and would like to share in your graduate's accomplishments, text or call them, directing them to the university's main webpage at www.otterbein.edu. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please remain seated until all graduates have exited. Your graduate will be waiting for you near the campus center for the Grove Street post-commencement celebration. Information about first aid, restrooms, emergency exits, and where to get water can be found on the map at the back of your program. At this time, please turn cell phones or other noise-emitting devices to the silent setting. Once you can see the presentation of the colors is complete, you may sit for the remainder of the processional. If at any time you need an emergency assistance during this ceremony, please see an usher in a red polo or one of the police officers. And now, please direct your attention to the screens for a thank you message from the class of 2018.
I was meant to be here. This is what I was supposed to do.
Otterbein's been 4 of the best years of my life.
Otterbein has helped me excel by pushing me past my limits.
Otterbein was the smartest choice for me because freshman year I was able to get that lab key and really just go in and do science, which was what I was really looking for.
I was in the mind state that I wanted to go somewhere really far away, like away from my family, you know, with all my friends, go have the best time of my life. And Otterbein was 20 minutes away, so I could still kind of get my solitude, but it was really easy to stay close with family. Soccer was offered, which, you know, I love the sport.
My favorite thing about Otterbein, I think, really is the small campus. I remember that in my first semester here, because of how welcoming and how warm my classmates are.
The staff and faculty have been just amazing as far as helping me with my journey.
The single most important thing that has made my Otterbein experience worthwhile is the people here.
What I've really loved about Otterbein is how much the faculty and staff really want you to do well. My friends that I made here are going to last a lifetime. You form a family, and that family will be with you forever.
I fell in love with the campus immediately. The thing that I'm going to miss most is having those people surrounding me. Welcome aboard. With such a small campus and so many people here to support you, I think that you wouldn't have that at a different school.
My Otterbein experience was worth the time, energy, and challenges. It has helped me grow as an active learner. Because of that, it's helped me grow as an individual, and I've been able to discover a lot about myself.
Is a lesson that Otterbein has taught me that I think really prepares me for the future. I've also learned that it's okay to just be myself. And I really can't thank Otterbein enough for helping me to realize that it's okay to be oneself in whatever aspect.
It was the smartest place for me because one, it was local to where I'm from, and also because of the small community. I'm going to be able to reflect on what I've learned and what I've experienced through Otterbein and be able to carry that on through the rest of my life.
I can truly say that the person that's standing here is not at all the person that walked in to this school. These people have a passion here that I have not seen anywhere else, and I knew that this was a safe, wonderful place to learn.
Otterbein stands for its students. They back us up, they fight for us, and they carve a path for us to get to where we want to go. The people have really given me the chance to reach out and be part of something bigger than myself.
Otterbein has taught me to be kind through helping others.
People would recognize my effort, and I think that really touched me and moved me.
It is so important to be in a place where kindness does matter.
I wasn't able to pay for my books because there's a gap in my paycheck, and I really needed my book for a class, and so Dean Gaddy gave me a loan out of his office.
So many people have been so kind to me here. They've reached out to me, they've been very supportive.
Otterbein has taught me to be kind because it's taught me how to be empathetic.
Otterbein's pushed me to be kind. I came in with a really service-based approach. I'm a dedicated community servant. I really enjoy serving the community and just being involved.
Otterbein stands for unity and community and love.
I think Otterbein stands for a lot, allowing everyone to feel as though they matter.
My favorite thing about Otterbein is the fact that it becomes home. Westerville is that quiet, peaceful village. It's just something that I'll never forget.
My favorite thing about Otterbein is the friends I've made, for sure.
The thing that I'm going to miss most is having those people surrounding me, just all the smart people that are around.
Being able to represent Otterbein at the national level, at the NCAA national outdoor meet and indoor meet. Having my coaches and everyone afterwards, and the people here back in Westerville being supportive and congratulating me after becoming an All-American.
I think I have to thank my family. The people that shape my Otterbein experience the most are definitely my family.
Thank you, Otterbein, for showing me who I am.
Thank you for setting me up for success.
So I'd like to go ahead and thank anyone who has played any kind of a part, any kind of a role in my Otterbein experience.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to explore myself.
Thank you for the support, the challenges, and the love.
Thank you for showing me how to be myself.
Thank you for making my Otterbein experience one of a kind.
Thank you so much for making my Otterbein experience exactly what it has been.
Otterbein, I'd like to thank you for opening myself up and making me the best person that I could be, and also my parents and my family.
Thank you, Otterbein, for teaching me who I really am.
Thank you so much for making my Otterbein career what it was.
Thank you, Otterbein University, for shaping me into the woman that I am today.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to the donors. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you all.
And now, please rise for the presentation of the colors.
afternoon. Please be seated. Get out of the way. So again, good afternoon and welcome. I'm Mark Thresher, Chair of the Otterbein Board of Trustees, and I graduated the class of 1978. I'd like to welcome you here to the Rike Center and the commencement ceremony of the 171st year of Otterbein University. On behalf of the trustees, congratulations to our graduates. We'll talk more about you as we go through the day, I'm sure. To the faculty, staff, parents, family, and friends, thank you for getting them here. They may not all say that all the time, but they probably do mean it when they say thank you at the end of the day. And members of the class of 2018, you're now part of a class of over 26,000 alumni from Otterbein, so welcome to that group. I think a big part of this is this community has never lost sight of sharing the responsibility of first being a person, the human experience, caring for Otterbein, and your connection to one another. We heard a lot about that this morning at Baccalaureate. I thought there was outstanding speeches by the folks there about that connection that they made. I think the value to Otterbein is we recognize the whole value of the person, and hopefully you leave here with that. And when you get out of here, simply it matters you stand, and where you stand in the world matters. I stand for Otterbein because I had a pretty decent experience here. I spent a lot of years here way back when in '78. I left here with some great professors that helped me along the way. Similar to many of you, I had an opportunity to spend time in internships out in the work world. I spent a long time, 18 years with one firm and 22 years with another firm. I looked at that today, and I think that just makes me old, I think, at this point, but that's okay. But it was because of the experience I had here to get me to that point. And again, I think it's the skills I got here strengthened the skills I had before I got here. I think I showed up because of my father with honesty and integrity, and it never wavered here during the years here, and I think that was a big part of the experience. It also helped not only me, I met my wife here, my daughter went here, my son-in-law went here, and they've all moved on to build very special places in the world today, as teachers and other things as they've gone along. And I think, again, they take the value of what they learned here to do that. So it's had a significant impact on me and my family, and I think it will have a significant impact on you, whether you realize it today or not. So again, wherever the journey takes you, whatever the next job is, whatever the next educational experience is, whatever it might be, I think you're going to be better prepared to be a person in this world because of the years you spend at Otterbein. So congratulations. So at this time, I'll move on. Let me introduce Mr. Ryan Breckel, who will lead us in the invocation. Ryan joined Otterbein in 2011 and serves as the Executive Director of Otterbein's Center for Career and Professional Development. Passionate about student success and leadership development, Ryan has grown student and alumni programming and services to new levels of success during his 7 years here at Otterbein. Today, Cardinal Careers, Otterbein's exclusive online job and internship board site, annually posts about 3,500 jobs for internships and students. I think that might be about 3,400 more than I was here, but that's, I'm glad we're there today. Last year, Ryan's team hosted more than 100 events, programs, and class presentations focused on career and professional development, while also giving students access to more than 400 employers through career fairs and on-campus recruiting. Perhaps most telling about Ryan's positive influence is the fact that students report feeling significantly more confident in their internship prospects and job searches, strategies and searches after meeting with the staff in his office. So Ryan's commitment to student and alumni success is evident to students and professional partners alike. So Ryan, please come forward for the invocation.
Thank you, Chairman Thresher. Just so you know, our services are extended to our alumni as well, so if you ever need help with resume development or a practice interview, let us know. At this time, I invite you to stand as you're able and join me in a moment of reflection. Gracious and loving God, we invoke your presence with us on this most special and monumental occasion. Today, we celebrate the accomplishments of the students who are graduating and beginning new chapters in their lives. During their time at Otterbein, each has been presented with new challenges and opportunities, and each has overcome obstacles and adversity in this journey. We are grateful for the many ways in which they've made their mark in the Otterbein community and beyond. This is not the same Otterbein as when they moved in on that hot August day 4 years ago. Their contributions, their efforts, their passions, and their thoughtfulness has made a better Otterbein. No matter where their paths may lead, we ask that you continue to bless them with resilience, strength, courage, and wisdom. We are grateful for the families and loved ones gathered here today and watching online. I can only imagine the memories upon which they are reflecting of these graduates growing up and their overwhelming feelings of love and pride. We're thankful for their love, their sacrifice, and their support. We ask continued blessings upon them. We're grateful for the Otterbein faculty and staff who've served as teachers, supervisors, advisors, and mentors. Pour your blessings into them as they have poured themselves into this place and the students gathered here today. We ask blessings on President Crendel and her husband, Richard. They had given much to Otterbein and the Central Ohio community, and we ask that the next chapter in their lives be as successful as their time with us. Help us to be mindful of those who came before us as well as those who follow in our path. And as we celebrate this accomplishment and transition, may we continue to seek wisdom. Amen.
Thank you, Ryan. This is indeed a great day. As president of Otterbein University, I am very proud to welcome you to our lovely campus. Whether you live in Central Ohio or you've traveled across the country to be here, whether you've come from overseas or you are joining us from near and by far, far away by our live streaming, we are glad you are with us to share in this momentous occasion, and members of the class of 2018, a very special welcome and congratulations to you. Welcome to everyone. It is now my pleasure to introduce Corinne Naylor, who will offer greetings on behalf of the class of 2018. Corinne will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in English Creative Writing. A member of Otterbein's Honors Program, Corinne was the recipient of the Victor G. and Eileen Ritter Endowed Scholarship. She served as a volunteer mentor and advisor at the Columbus Alternative High School, where she facilitated a weekly informational advisory for freshmen and led discussions on the college application process. As a creative writing intern, she also helped younger students develop their talents. As a campus leader, Corinne has served as the hall director of Dunlap King, and she has helped prepare new students as an orientation leader since 2016. She served as Otterbein University Student Government Treasurer, is a member of Theta Nu Sorority, and was selected as Otterbein's Homecoming Queen this fall. Corinne plans to write as a copywriter in Columbus while continuing to build her portfolio in preparation for graduate studies. Corinne, will you please come forward?
Thank you, President Crendel. So I'm going to start this off by being honest. When I sat down to write this speech, I wasn't sure where to begin. So naturally, I took to the internet. I scanned through a page or two of Otterbein's online photo albums until I found one in particular titled First Flight 2014. Anyone remember that at all? Yeah? Okay. While most of the album is essentially comprised of the types of pictures you immediately untag yourself in on Facebook, they also show something incredibly unique. Hundreds of first-year students completely unaware of how much these next 4 years would alter and shape their whole being. The first photo I looked at was of the brand new residents of Clements Hall heading out to the picnic by the rock in one large horde. There I was, in the middle of this sea of people, completely unaware. I didn't know that both in front and behind me were people that would become some of my closest friends. I didn't know that I would soon become the orientation leader at the front of the line, or that I would be the RA at the back of it.
I had no idea I would join the sorority right across the street, or that I would sit in an office right past the glass doors of the campus center as student government treasurer. The girl in these pictures had no idea of what was to come and what these 4 years would make her capable of. Now, before we get into all that Otterbein has made of us, I'd like to recognize all we've made of it in our time here. In some way or another, we've all made our mark. We've witnessed and contributed to the birth and prospering of our student government. We've seen the implementation of gender-inclusive housing, all-gender restrooms, and a gender-inclusive sorority. And we've rallied for diversity and stood for change. We have made differences and impacts that will outlast our time here without a shadow of a doubt. And just as true, Otterbein has left its impact by molding all of us into who we are as we sit here today. In high school, my math teacher, Ms. Vance, once said, "Our finite minds cannot hold such infinite things." And while this probably should have correlated with some sort of equations, I'm not sure. I couldn't quite wrap my head around it. My natural creative writing tendency was to scribble it down in a notebook. This quote, to me, is the only thing that truly explains what Otterbein has given me. Tangibly, I'll have a degree. And yes, more than likely, that is what I'll point to when it's framed on my wall to summarize my time here. But the things that will prove I was an Otterbein student have nothing to do with a piece of paper. They are the moments I know how to manage and supervise a full staff of people because of my time as a hall director, or how to make small talk with absolutely anyone because of my mingling shift as an orientation leader. They could be the moments when you have an interview for the job you've always wanted because you developed relationships with your professors or faculty who helped you to network. They are the magical moments of when you're sitting at a show on Broadway watching a formal cardinal grace the stage. They are every extra minute you're late to your destination because of how many familiar faces you stop to say hi to on the way. And it's the reason why you have mastered the art of finding that one free parking spot everywhere you go. Otterbein has given all of us an infinite amount of things, a foundation that we will never cease to build on. So thinking back to our first flight week in 2014, every student leader that assisted wore a uniformed shirt. The back of the shirt read, "Ask me why I love this place." I want you to think about this. What is it about this quiet, peaceful village that you have loved so much? Because today our pictures are being taken again. We'll end up photographed and placed into another Otterbein photo album once more. And in these pictures, we won't wonder who the students are surrounding us or which professors we may have in class. In these pictures, we won't be so different from who we were as freshmen. We're on the edge of a precipice, once again, completely unaware of what the years ahead have in store. So think, really and truly think about what it is you loved about this place. Because more than likely, leaving it will scare you enough to take this jump into the unknown. And what and who you love the most, what you've gained, what this beautiful little slice of sunny suburban Westerville, Ohio has given you will be enough to guide you to the next greatest thing your life has to offer. So with that, I would like to say congratulations, 2018, and cheers to all of your own infinities. Thank you.
Thank you, Corinne. From your first flight to your infinities, we are proud of your Otterbein story. We look forward to reading more of your work in the future as well. An honorary degree from an American college or university is tangible recognition of distinguished service, professional achievement, or outstanding creative work. Founded in 1847, Otterbein conferred its first honorary degrees in 1875. From that date until now, recipients have included artists, clergy, educators, athletes, scientists, authors, physicians, corporate executives, entrepreneurs, and international leaders, among others. Today, we confer our 2018 honorary doctorate. Interim Provost Wendy Sherman-Heckler and Chair Mark Thresher, would you please escort Frederick Bertley to the podium?
Frederick, we are honored to welcome you here today to address the Otterbein class of 2018. At Otterbein, we know this. Through our actions and contributions, our rich heritage, and our impact on society, it is clear that where we stand matters. We salute you as one of those individuals who has taken a stand in their personal and professional life, who has given back, and who has shared this attitude and obligation with everyone whose life you have touched. Frederick Bertley, after completing a postdoctoral fellowship at Harvard Medical School, you helped investigate the lack of primary health care, preventative medicine, and basic vaccines in developing nations, helping manage multinational teams in Haiti, the Sudan, and the Canadian Arctic. You joined a Harvard Medical School vaccine research group focused on developing DNA vaccines to combat HIV and AIDS. As the former Senior Vice President for Science and Education at Philadelphia's renowned Franklin Institute, you worked to improve science education from kindergarten through college and increased science literacy among non-scientist adults through innovations in experiential STEM learning and through the development of strong community partnerships. You founded and directed The Color of Science at the Franklin Institute, showcasing the incredible contributions to modern science and engineering made by women and persons of color. You have lectured on a variety of science and education topics at universities, cultural institutions, and government agencies, including the United Nations, the White House, the U.S. Department of Interior, the National Academy of Sciences, and the National Science Foundation, as well as institutions in Canada, the Caribbean, South America, Europe, and Africa. You share your knowledge and passion through service on many boards and committees and have been celebrated for your achievements and honored for your contributions, including the Dell Inc. Inspire 100 World Changers, Harvard Medical School's Dean's Service Award, Philadelphia Business Journal's 40 Under 40, Philadelphia Business Journal Minority Business Leader of the Year, and the President's Award from Merck. You have received a citation from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and have 2 Mid-Atlantic National Academy of Television and Science Emmys. You were named President and Chief Executive Officer of the Columbus Center of Science and Industry, better known as COSI, in January of 2017 and have electrified our region with your irrepressible enthusiasm and your vision to further elevate COSI as the epicenter for all things scientific for the Columbus community. Your belief that science centers like COSI play a vital role in fostering a passion for science and education across the community will engage and influence generations of children, adults, educators, and families alike in ways we will continue to learn from and appreciate. This mirrors your consistent call to, quote, take science to where people learn, live, and lounge. You have been aptly described by your COSI board chair as, quote, a renowned force with an extraordinary body of work and a passion for science education. Your academic and professional distinction, your service to world populations through scientific research, your commitment to advancing science education and to the values of inclusivity, diversity, community engagement, and experiential lifelong learning distinguish you. Frederick Bertley, you have shown through your personal work ethic, principles, and values a path by which others might aspire to personal and professional achievement and success. President Crandall, upon the recommendation of the Otterbein University Senate and by approval of the Board of Trustees, it is my privilege to present you, Frederick Bertley, as a candidate for the degree of Honorary Doctorate of Public Service.
Frederick Bertley, Otterbein is proud to call you friend. Your innumerable accomplishments prove that you live by the ideals of our founders to be progressive and constantly working toward the betterment of humankind. Today, we recognize your leadership and your talent to marry the insatiable curiosity of a scientist with the desire to do good in the world. By the authority vested in me by the Otterbein University Board of Trustees on this day, April 29, 2018, I confer upon you the degree of Honorary Doctorate of Public Service with all of the rights, privileges, and honors appertaining thereunto. Class of 2018, and guests, please join me in welcoming Dr. Frederick Bertley to the podium.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness, it was the epoch of belief, it was the season of light, it was the spring of hope. It was the spring of hope. Good afternoon, President Crandall, Chairman Thresher, Governing Board of Otterbein, cabinet members, faculty, family and friends, and most importantly, the Otterbein graduating class of 2018. Now, you may have been hoping for Beyonce from Coachella. Well, I'm sorry about that. Today, you're not getting Beyonce from Coachella, but instead, you're getting Bertley from COSI. My only hope is that I do the incredible Baychella performance, your fine institution, and the wonderful words from Corinne Justice here today. In 1859, a little more than a decade after the founding of this great institution, Charles Dickens penned those now famous words. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, it was the spring of hope. To be sure, Dickens was referring to 19th century struggling Europe, but in his wisdom, he may have been waxing poetic about this small, powerhouse liberal arts college across the pond called Otterbein. Named after Philip William Otterbein and based on its Methodist roots, Otterbein University, unlike any other American or European institution, was avant-garde in its inclusivity and community service orientation. Otterbein, along with you graduates, represents that spring of hope, as Otterbein set the bar high. Today, Columbus touts itself as being open and smart, and it is. But Otterbein, before any other university in the nation, drew a line in the sand and claimed inclusivity, equality, and community service as its mantra. Even at COSI, with our mission to engage all, inspire all, transform all lives and communities, owes a reverential nod to this great institution. What am I talking about? Well, in 1847, if you looked like me or you were a woman, you were not permitted to vote, but you could enroll at Otterbein. If you looked like me or were a woman, you couldn't join the military and fight for what's right and serve your country, but you could come to Otterbein and study the same courses as men. If you looked like me, you couldn't eat at some restaurants, ride the bus, or buy property, but you could better your station through education at Otterbein. And if you were a woman, not only could you be admitted to Otterbein on the very first founding day, but you could take the same courses as men and even be taught by women faculty. How visionary. In fact, if you looked like me in 1847 when Philip William Otterbein University was founded, embracing its Methodist church roots, if you looked like me then, you were only considered 3/5 of a man. But despite only being valued 3/5 of a man, Otterbein valued me as a whole person and committed to uplifting me, uplifting women, uplifting Japanese Americans from internment camps and other underprivileged folks throughout education and enlightenment. And again, they did this before any other college or university in this nation. Since the mid-1800s, Otterbein not only upheld unrivaled integrity with community dedication, equality, and justice, this fine university has literally led the landscape of ivory towers and fancy universities with unprecedented firsts and best practice, now copied by Ivy League institutions in the East, formidable institutions in the West, and community colleges throughout this country. And so that's why I stand here before you, filled with excitement and pride, overjoyed, yet completely humbled that of the more than 5,000 colleges in this great nation, I receive this highest honor from the hands and cloaks of Otterbein leadership. Without question, this is singularly the most special award I've received, and the only regret I have is that my 89-year-old mother and my beloved father, two erudite scholars and educators in their own right, are not here to witness their oops baby's younger brother receive this unparalleled honor. So, remember, I said my mother's 89 and I won 40 under 40, so you guys can do the math. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, President Crendell, Chairman Thresher, the entire cabinet responsible for this gesture. And then to share the stage with President Crendell in her final commencement exercises and address you students, family members, and friends, I could not ask for anything more meaningful. President Crendell, are you kidding me? Talk about a career of transformation and community upliftment. Under President Crendell's leadership, Otterbein has been ranked in the top 6% of almost 200 peer universities according to the U.S. News and World Report. And that same respected journal ranked your university as one of the best colleges for veterans. Under President Crendell and her team's leadership, Otterbein was a recipient of the 2015 Carnegie Community Service classification. Otterbein was recognized by the President's Higher Education Community Service Honor Roll with distinction for its commitment to general community service every year since its inception in 2006. Under Dr. K, yes, I'm a college basketball fan, and we all know about Coach K from Duke. Well, we got Dr. K from Otterbein. And under Dr. K's leadership, Otterbein won the President's Award for General Community Service in February of 2008. And in 2015, it was ranked in the top 6% of universities offering master's degrees. That's why they had a fantastic graduate studies commencement experience yesterday. And the list goes on and on and on. But my favorite 3 achievements from President Crendell are: 1, in 2014, the university governance system voted to create an independent student government to reflect the changing needs of students. Unprecedented. Also in that same year, Otterbein announced the launch of the Where We Stand Matters campaign, a $50 million effort focusing on campus renewal, access and affordability, and building a model community, demonstrating the university's commitment to investing in students first to ensure they are standing on foreground for their futures. And most exciting to me, being a science guy, in 2016, President Crendell launched Otterbein's STEAM Innovation Center called The Point, which connects students, educators, businesses, economic planning, and development partners in a state-of-the-art facility designed to put education into practice. The Point, open quotes, and the Innovation Center are amazing, and I give all the credit to Kathy, who drove that, says Mark Thresher, chairman of Otterbein's board. We're reaching out to businesses that we never talked to before. We're now graduating students that are probably more marketable in the areas than ever. Imagine, as a student, you don't have to look for internships out there, but President Crendell and her team arranged for companies to be incubated right here on campus, where not only can you get an experience, but you could actually be hired later for a job. This is one of those areas that COSI, our science center and industry, looks forward to forging a deep and lasting partnership for our younger students. So Dr. K, President Crendell, I, and the entire Otterbein community, thank you for your compassion, vision, inclusion, and steadfast leadership, and your Kindness Matters movement for this remarkable institution. Now, back to you students and this most important day. This very same month that you're all graduating, we have to remember the 50th anniversary of the tragic murder of America's greatest hero, Dr. Martin Luther King. 50 years ago this April, our father of civil rights, our brother in equality, was gunned down in the now famous Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee, and in an instant, he was canonized into American heroic lore, a superhero for all causes, black and white, male and female, rich or poor, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, and Gentile alike. So 50 years after Dr. King's death, how are we doing? Well, we can go back to our 19th century author, Dickens, for the scorecard. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. But most importantly, it is the spring of hope. See, you see, since MLK was killed, we have put a person on the moon, cured 2 types of cancer, eradicated smallpox from the planet, and are on the verge of eradicating polio. We have produced electric cars, genetically modified foods, harnessed solar energy, developed GPS, and created a remarkable searchable library surpassing a modern-day Alexandria, calling it Google. Since MLK's death, we have created desktops, laptops, and miniaturized computers to be Star Trek-like communication devices. We've awarded Malala, a 17-year-old Pakistani girl, deservedly so, for the Nobel Peace Prize. We've invented technology to communicate instantly with anyone around the world. We've even watched innocent Hannah Montana grow into Miley Cyrus, coming through like a wrecking ball. Hey, I said it was the best of times, don't judge me. And we've witnessed a kid from the Brooklyn projects and a little girl from Houston become America's #1 power couple in Jay-Z and Queen Bee. In fact, since MLK's death, we've even elected a black president and almost had our first female leader of this great nation. Indeed, since MLK, we have progressed. But oh, how that Dickensian pendulum swings backwards sometimes. Despite all that aforementioned progress, despite being the greatest country in the world, we still have extreme poverty and drug issues in many urban cities. We have decaying public schools, shocking infant mortality in certain zip codes. We lead the world in incarcerated individuals. And with the chronic exploitation of women in numerous industries, we actually have to create a second civil rights-esque phase in our country with the creation of Black Lives Matter, the Me Too movement, and such other organizations. What's more, again, as a scientist, we have a growing epidemic around science illiteracy, and we're not responding quickly enough to thwart the real news of climate change. Our nation, and in fact our world, is certainly at a Malcolm Gladwell tipping point. Heck, I may have even been arrested writing a speech at a Starbucks. And most importantly, and dear to my heart, this great community lost 2 brothers in blue who served the public and gave the ultimate sacrifice. So while we have made tremendous gains in the past 50 years, we still have a lot of work to do. Luckily, it's April, and here in Columbus, spring has finally arrived, and we are in the spring of hope because of all of you. As the saying goes, may we live in interesting times. And you graduates have inherited this incredibly precious thing we call planet Earth. And you all are both the benefactors and now stewards of these interesting times. Good news, the light is on at the end of the tunnel and it's shining bright. In fact, just 2 days ago, Kim Jong-un and Moon Jae-in shook hands in both North and South Korea, vowing to end the 65-year-old war. Imagine that. If you're 65 years old or younger living in the Koreas, you've never, ever known peace. And now it's staring you in the face, bright and with positive promise. Indeed, we are living in interesting times. And your university has best prepared you to think forward and act well. Otterbein has forged an unbending steel in you to fight for what is right, problem solve for what is difficult, and make a positive contribution to the world. The diversity of your graduating class spans not just racial and gender lines. Boys, you are outpaced 3-1, by the way. Of the 625 graduates, you have 92 disciplines covered. I know, I counted them all. Imagine how Otterbein is contributing expertise in skilled young men and women and pushing them out in the world. So that spring of hope, that is you. And always remember that the true measure of personal excellence is not best captured by the accumulation of trophies, medals, and accolades. Instead, success and accomplishment are hidden in the quilt of woven industry and sincere effort, tightly wrapping the capsule of knowledge and wisdom gained through experience. And Otterbein has provided you that experience. This is why all of you should be celebrating today. It is that success and personal excellence you've achieved through your industry, through your effort, and through your sincerity. Really, let's examine it. Your time at Otterbein included around 1,400. You have sat through approximately 1,920 to 2,048 hours of courses, the slightly higher number if you had the unfortunate piece of having to do those lab works. You've penned numerous papers, delivered Prezi or PowerPoint presentations, and wrote, to be sure, way too many exams. But in your 4 years, each of you have even authored 2,700 emails. And finally, during these precious years, in an unfiltered way that only brash youth provides, you have Facebooked, Instagrammed, tweeted, and Snapchatted your way through these 4 years in a triumphant fashion. Texting, on average, are you ready? Over 40,000 messages each. I know some of you parents are cringing. Many of these texts were sent really late at night or in the wee hours of the morning, and some, I'm sure, you probably wish you could take back. But seriously, you've worked diligently, sweated, grinded, and made it through. And as you sit here, understand that not only have you captured nuggets of knowledge and turned them into wisdom, but most importantly, you have become vessels of rigorous thought and consistent reflection. Much needed skills to navigate this 21st century. As you spring forward, appreciate today's transition. There are numerous in life. Some are incidental, while others are binding and transformative. The college postgraduate transition is amongst the most impactful in our lives. And like Maya Angelou said, we may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. This afternoon's transition was all made possible because of your struggles, your perseverance, and your triumphs. But you are not alone. Your supportive family, parents, guardians, mentors, and friends, many of whom are here today, we're with you along this journey. To them, I say congratulations. We recognize and salute you too. For these proud students are now men and women. They could not have achieved this all on their own. So thank you. So to graduates, take stock of today, this moment, right now. Bask in it. Understand that you'll have wonderful and complicated lives ahead, but you will only have today, right now, right here. Be proud of what you've achieved. And most of all, let today's accomplishment and the hallowed halls of Otterbein anchor you to your promising future and continue to show the world that a great education from an unparalleled institution is truly the cornerstone to creating civic-minded and thoughtful individuals ready to meet the demands and challenges of our incredible world. And one of those challenges is technology. As the head of COSI, one of America's greatest science centers, and as a scientist and self-proclaimed geek, I'm thrilled with how science has progressed and made our world a better place. Our progress in molecular biology and understanding the DNA, RNA microenvironments are allowing us to cure numerous diseases and bring joy and comfort to once suffering families and loved ones. Our advances in engineering and transportation enable us, for example, to produce water and bring it to spaces in the country and places and villages who otherwise would not have access to it. The fields of artificial intelligence, silicone-based life, and driverless cars make my childhood fascination with science fiction evaporate, leaving only a residue of current reality and scientific progress and life-changing inventions. And our advances in aeronautics and propulsion have dwarfed our famed mission to the moon, as we now contemplate sending a manned, or in a classic Otterbein persuasion, a womaned mission to Mars in the next few decades. But as it is written, and Stanley's Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And you will be charged with leveraging science and technology to make sure that we take care of our planet, feed the needy, provide housing for the homeless, educate the masses, and ultimately, with the grace of your university's namesake, ensure a sustainable future for our precious world. In closing, through this spring of hope, you all have breathed life into the notion of a liberal arts education. And in return, your Otterbein DNA now codes for a vision towards a bright and successful future. I applaud you for your diligence and commitment. Congratulations for grappling with President Crandall's vision and turning it into a triumphant success. And regardless of your next steps, I know Dr. Crandall, your family, and the entire Otterbein community could not be filled with more satisfaction and pride around each and every one of you. Recognize and celebrate your well-earned pedigree, that Otterbein basted and baked pedigree. It's rich, powerful, transformative, everlasting, and now it's yours. As Polonius said to Laertes in that Shakespearean classic Hamlet, aboard, aboard, the wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and you are stayed for. Or, as my favorite rapper Nas said, whose world is it? The world is yours. The world is yours. So on this terrific, ceremonious April day, through Charles Dickens' Spring of Hope, Otterbein University has prepared you for this wonderful world. Now go out there and claim it. I wish you the very best. Congratulations, the Otterbein graduating class of 2018.
Thank you, Dr. Bertley, for sharing your wisdom and your work with our graduates, and your knowledge of Otterbein history is impressive indeed. Our students truly are the spring of hope. I want to take a moment before we begin recognizing each of our graduates to say something about family and the Otterbein community. Graduates, you are surrounded today by many of the people who have helped you arrive at this proud day. From family members who have supported and believed in you since your beginning, to your faculty and staff mentors who have encouraged you from the beginning of your growth as a college scholar. These are the people who have always stood with you. They have seen your potential and made sure that you saw it in yourself. They have encouraged you. They have believed in you. They have supported you. As you go on to new adventures, these are the people you will return to for encouragement and support when you need it. These are also the people to whom you will reach out first to share news when you accomplish something significant. And I encourage you to stay in touch with us. We are inspired by hearing your stories, learning of your achievements, and understanding the hardships that you overcome. For many of you, this is an extra special moment for you and your family. Otterbein has a distinguished history of providing opportunities to individuals who are the first generation of one's family to attain a bachelor's degree. Would the graduates who are among the first generation in their family to graduate with a bachelor's degree please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You have many proud families out there. Now I would like the members of the Otterbein University faculty who are the first in their family, the first generation to graduate with a bachelor's degree. Could I ask you to stand and be recognized? Thank you. Otterbein is a community of individuals who lead purposeful lives for the common good, and there is no finer example than those who have provided service to our country. Would any graduate who has served in the military please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Otterbein stands for an education distinguished by a unique approach to integrating direct experience into all learning. To ensure that all of our students have opportunities to apply knowledge they gain in the classroom in real-world settings, the university developed a signature initiative known as the 5 Cardinal Experiences, or the 5 Cards as we know it. A cardinal experience is defined as an active and authentic concrete experience that engages students in real-world opportunities to apply the knowledge and skills they have learned in the classroom. Today, we are honoring those students who have not only participated in an experience, but those who have analyzed, contextualized, and reported on their experience as it relates to their personal and professional growth. Thanks to support provided by generous donors, Richard and Carolyn Sherrick and the late Cameron Allen, this year 40 students received awards to support their cardinal experiences, funding everything from travel to 5 of the 7 continents, as well as resources to establish new community engagement initiatives in Central Ohio. Students who have earned 1 or more cardinal experience and who have had their experience vetted and assessed by a faculty or staff sponsor are wearing cords representing each of the cards they have earned. The colors represented are green for community engagement, red for undergraduate research and creative work, yellow for internships and professional experience, blue for global and intercultural engagement, and purple for leadership and citizenship. Students who have earned all 5 cards are wearing a special embossed pin on their regalia bearing the number 5. There are 106 students in the class of 2018 we are honoring for having earned at least 1 of the 5 cardinal experiences, and 32 students who have earned at least 3 of the 5 experiences. At this time, I would like to ask those 12 students who have earned all 5 of the 5 cardinal experiences to please stand. Let me just say that's a lot of hours out there, so congratulations. I would like to ask the students to remember that their experiences will help them stand stronger as prepared and experienced scholars, leaders, and citizens in their communities. Congratulations. And now I would like to introduce a few other friends who have shaped your experience in ways that you likely did not realize. As members of a model community, we all have roles to play in caring for and advancing Otterbein. For example, as students, many of you have served as leaders, scholars, researchers, mentors, and volunteers. Your contributions have made Otterbein a more meaningful place to live, learn, and grow. Today, I want to share a few quick stories of donors who have shaped your Otterbein experience. Their motivation is simple. They want more opportunities for you and the lives that you will touch. I ask that you hold your applause until I introduce all of our Otterbein friends. Dr. Michael Hogarth, a respected professor of biology and earth science, has created 2 endowed funds for his department, in addition to decades of support to the Otterbein Fund and chairing the faculty staff committee of the Where We Stand Matters campaign for Otterbein's future. One of Dr. Hogarth's funds provides support for research and scholarly opportunities for faculty and students, and the other will fund support for travel for students. Dr. Hogarth created these funds because he believes that scholarly experiences can be life-changing. His legacy ensures that cost will not be a barrier to these kinds of learning opportunities. Kendall Elizabeth Gribble, graduating today with a Bachelor of Arts degree in creative writing, is writing the next chapter to her family's legacy story at Otterbein. Kendall is joined today by grandfather Reverend Harvey Smith, class of 1955. This Otterbein legacy family includes Harvey's late wife, Carolyn Gribbs Smith, class of 1957, as well as her parents, Josephine and Vance Gribbs, class of 1920. Vance served as chairman of Otterbein's Board of Trustees from 1950 to 1961. For more than 100 years, this family has faithfully served our campus community. Their legacy benefits a wide range of student experiences, including gifts to the Science Campaign, the Clement Center, and the Music Department, with future support to be realized through an endowed scholarship. Finally, the GLOW Foundation of Powell, Ohio, made a major gift to support Otterbein's Intervention Specialist Program in Otterbein's Education Department. This gift was made possible in part by Robert Woodward, the president of the GLOW Foundation, which works to improve the lifestyle of the developmentally disabled throughout Ohio. Robert Woodward also happens to be the proud grandfather of Tristan Salemi, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing today. These are just a few examples of the loyal and accomplished community you officially joined today. They believe in who you are, what you've learned, and what you'll do because they believe in what Otterbein and its community stands for in this world. Will Michael Hogarth, the Smith family, and the members of the GLOW Foundation please stand so that we can express our thanks? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them an Otterbein ovation. Thank you again to these generous cardinals and others who have helped support our class of 2018. I wish we had time to recount all of the personal achievements earned by this class, but as each of you walks across this stage, I want you to know that your family and the members of your Otterbein community are walking alongside you with pride. As we prepare to confer the degrees for the class of 2018, I invite our graduates to stand. Graduates, I want to ask you to thank your family and friends. Take a moment, give them some enthusiastic applause, some waves, I don't know, some shouts for their support throughout your life and especially during your years at Otterbein. You can do better than that. Come on. Thank you. And now I invite the family and friends gathered here today to please stand and recognize these wonderful graduates with equal enthusiasm. Thank you. Please be seated. The names listed in the commencement program are all of the graduates since September 2017. Please note that some graduates are not able to participate in today's ceremony. We will now proceed with the conferral of degrees. Dr. Sherman Heckler, Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, will present the candidates.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise? Oh, they did it. They got it. Yes. We practiced. Madam President, upon the recommendation of the faculty of Otterbein University, I present the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Music Education, and Bachelor of Fine Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me under the laws of the state of Ohio and by the Board of Trustees of Otterbein University, I confer upon you the baccalaureate degree. And this is the other thing we practice, students. At this time, I invite you to move that tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. So we now recognize you officially as graduates of Otterbein University. Please be seated until the ushers call your row forward to receive your diplomas. At this time, I invite Dr. Andrew Mills, Professor of Philosophy and Director of the Integrative Studies Program, to announce the candidates. David Schneider, Registrar, will assist with the distribution of the diplomas.
We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree. Miriam Abermela. Muna Ahmed. Elizabeth Mary Allender. Joshua Angelich. Sarah Marie Anlowagi, pardon me. Allison Sydney Asarch. Sativa Banks. Ashley Nicole Beamer, cum laude. Madison Beaver, magna cum laude. Corey Beckett, cum laude. Nathan Bell. Chloe Elizabeth Biskner. Eleanor Blackman, cum laude. Tyler Bookmeyer. Joshan Boswell. Luke Charles Botkins, magna cum laude. Alexis Bowman. Emily Ann Bubeck, magna cum laude with distinction. Drew Buchanan. Judith Peggy Burnside, cum laude. Anna Butler. Caitlin Rose Carlisle. Sarah Rose Carnes, summa cum laude. Alina Carpenter, cum laude. Jane Carter. Catherine Ann Serqua. Elijah Chafin. Jiro Chang, magna cum laude. Madeline O. Chennels, summa cum laude. Taryn Chudo, with honors. Stevie Cizik. Christopher Neil Clark. Stephen Klum. Amanda Renee Cooper. London Cowan. Lydia Cronell, magna cum laude. Chris Crawford. Fiara Anisha Cruz. Shyla Mary Cummings. Kylie Danielle Cantrell. Taya Elizabeth Davis. Storm Dominguez. Courtney Dover. Noah Turner Durst. Daniel Douglas Duval. Daniel Dryden Duval. Connor Hanson Jevitt. Samantha O'Clair. Justin Feltner, summa cum laude. Joshua James Frostick. Caroline Nicole Fulmer, magna cum laude with distinction. Catherine Mary Gallagher, cum laude with distinction. Gabriel Goodwa Perry. Kathleen Bridget Geyer, magna cum laude with honors. Jessica Goff, summa cum laude. Marissa Ann Gould, cum laude. Julianne Elizabeth Graffio, summa cum laude. Kendall Gribble, magna cum laude. Catherine Xiaomin Huan. Kurt William Guffey. Dominic Pasquale Guzzi. Elizabeth Hack. Kira Hackman, cum laude. Nicholas Hahn. Brian Anthony Hamill, summa cum laude. Samantha Jane Harper. Summer Grace Harrington, cum laude. Susanna Harris. Gabriel James Harrison. Samantha Renee Harrod. Bradley Robert Hatfield, cum laude. Brooke Ashley Haverkos. Johnny Andrew Hennessy. Jessica Danielle Herman. Michaela Hermes, cum laude. Hannah Bree Hollingshead. Owen David Hopper. Adam Michael Householder. Michael William Howard. Matthew Liam Hughes. Yishan Home. Amanda Ifantides, summa cum laude. Liz Jackson. Lane Christopher Johnson. Marie Johnson, magna cum laude. Bailey Joy Jones. Chance Jones, cum laude. Anna Camphouse. Kayla Ann Kane. Chad Keaton, cum laude. Haley Elizabeth First, summa cum laude. Kirst, pardon me. Yoko Kyuchi. Harmony Coling. Peter LaChapelle. Eric Stephen Lacey. Jessica Lacer. Alexander Livingston. Claire Lober, cum laude with honors. Natalie Christine Love, summa cum laude with honors. Morgan Lowenkamp. Jaden Lunger. Kate Maki, cum laude. Annie Makowick, with distinction. Lily Mann, magna cum laude with honors. Amberlyn Page Maxwell, cum laude. Sean Douglas Meeker. Abigail Miley. Rebecca Morrow. Hannah K. Musser, magna cum laude. Brooke Elizabeth Nagorski. Corinne Naylor, summa cum laude with honors. Zoe Ann Niedert, summa cum laude with honors. Nathan Norris, magna cum laude. Addison Nossaman. Nicholas Gregory Nossaman. Jack Novak. Hannah Oss, magna cum laude. Michelle Ordilius. Shelby Brooke Page, summa cum laude. Jeremy Parrish. Alicia Perenkovich. Sydney Peters. Anna Phillips, magna cum laude. Joshua Barry Plickta, summa cum laude. Lauren Potts. Kelsey Lynn Powers, cum laude. Craig Michael Prince. AJ Rayner. Clay Ramirez. Allison Rednauer. Noah Richelson. Paul Anthony Richmond. Adrian Ricketts. Anthony Romano. Tori Nicole Rosebrook. Bailey Ross. Morgan Ross. Alana Salmon. Austin David Sanders. Christine Elizabeth Sandusky, cum laude. Jessica Lee Schreiber. Alexandria Jane Scott. Elizabeth Scott, magna cum laude. Alex Scotton. Claudia Jason Schaefer. Daniel David Schaefer. Drew Schaefer. Emma Caroline Shaner. Amira Shihada. Case Troyer. Barbara A. Smith, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Smith. Nicholas Christopher Snabs, cum laude. Tyler Sorg. Bethany Sato, summa cum laude. Jacob South. Seth Michael Sprang, magna cum laude. Samantha Foster Stacy, cum laude. Mackenzie Stamper. Jacob Stainer. Tiffany Kristen Steele, cum laude. Blake Steenrod, cum laude. Logan Matthew Stepp. Jessica Stiles. Kyle Stroshin. Jacob Strauss, cum laude. Adam Sullivan, cum laude. Tori Sullivan. Casey Swihart. Abigail Swim, magna cum laude. Mercedes Taggart. Alexa Taylor, magna cum laude. Kirsten Taylor. Megan Michelle Taylor, summa cum laude. Julia Christine Teggy. Samuel Teller. Nicholas Tholt. Blair Thompson. Mackenzie Thompson. Adunya Sahaye. Sarah Sahaye, cum laude. Casey Kessler Tyler. Allie Nicole Eulery. Emily Vermillion. Rebecca Lynn Vogt, magna cum laude. Christopher Hunter Wofford. Janice Wallace. Jacob Walters, magna cum laude. Chen Wong. Hannah Elizabeth Watkins, cum laude. Lambert Ann Way. Hannah Lee Whiston, cum laude. Clayton Wickman, cum laude. Nicholas Wiseman. Amber Elise Worsig, magna cum laude. Sun-Wai Yi, summa cum laude with distinction. Farnoosh Yagana. Constance Renee Zeller. Aaron Strauss. Brooke Ashley. Brett Rosen. This concludes the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree. We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science. Tristan Conway Anders. Hannah Bailey, cum laude with honors. Ivy Marie Barker. Aiden James Barnofsky. Audrey Bauman, cum laude. Samantha June Beers. Brandon Daniel Bellman, cum laude. Vlad Matthew Bennett. Brett Melissa Bay. Patrick Beerer, cum laude. Sarah Blair, magna cum laude. Emily Grace Bliss, cum laude with distinction. Kyle Foster Blust. Kelsey Brass. Emily Claire Burland. Cassidy Lee Cato, magna cum laude. Tatiana Kenise Kalaman, magna cum laude. Kristen Angel Carty. Jessica Nicole Cassiati. Taylor Sindrick. Michael Davidson. Sadie Louise DeWitt, magna cum laude. Amanda Marjorie Drake. Andrew Esker, magna cum laude. Jessica Ferguson, summa cum laude with honors. Kelsey Ferguson, cum laude. Madison T. Flasco, summa cum laude with honors. Tristan Freshley, magna cum laude. Vinny Galizio, cum laude. Megan Garner, cum laude. Shri Nandini Kashabowina. Cameron Cash Smith. Rachel Wynn, summa cum laude with distinction. Sean Gregory Kirk, summa cum laude with distinction. Olivia Dorothy Crawford, summa cum laude with distinction. Zachary Michael Glasscox. Cassidy Starr Gobel. David Godwin, magna cum laude. Riley M. Guest, cum laude. Ashley Nicole Hall, cum laude. Tyler Hammond. Samuel Danner Harden, cum laude. Rose Christine Lawn Hokinson, cum laude. Aiden Howell, cum laude. Liz Lynn Isaac. Kyle James Kamek. Jesse Agnes Vivienne Kimich, magna cum laude with honors. Troy Daniel Kravig. Molly Margaret Kukofka, magna cum laude. Chanel Lampkins. Allison Mary Lang. Cassidy Ellen Lechner, cum laude. Jessica Grace Laseski, magna cum laude. John Liu. Isabella Anna Majoris. Brian Patrick Malcolm, cum laude. Hogan Nicholas Marshall, magna cum laude. Audrey Catherine Marzik, summa cum laude. Nicole Jordan McCullough. Tyler McDowell. Melvin Medina, summa cum laude. Abby Rose Maduri. Ricky Raquel Miles. Damaris Murphy. Mary Catherine Murphy. Matthew Nemi. Carol Ann Norris, with honors. Eric Anthony Norton. Keegan Orr, cum laude with distinction. Rachel Owens, cum laude. Keith Pace, Jr. Ariel Shea Petroval. Joshua Scott Pleninger. Megan Lee Price, summa cum laude. Denise Lucille Richard, with distinction. Paris Elena Ring, magna cum laude. Allison Christine Sievers. Zachary Shea, cum laude. Stephen Schertzma. Abigail Elaine Smith, cum laude with honors. Craig Smith. Brittany Kaylee Sowers, magna cum laude with honors. Alyssa Marie Spencer, cum laude. Alexei Stanislavovich. Steve Steffel, cum laude. Tess Elise Stern. Terrell Stevens. Brian Stopar, magna cum laude. Mitchell Stotler, cum laude. Haley Rose Sutton, summa cum laude. Ben Lowell Swager. Nathan Tarr. Hannah Mae Taylor. Lance Taylor. Tyler Thompson, summa cum laude with honors. Man Hung Tron, cum laude. Morgan Jane Watts, magna cum laude with honors. Alexa Jane Ween. Allison Teresa Wheeler. Carly Mae Whipple. Kevin Matthew Wurgis. Macy M. Yant. Stephen Uran, cum laude. Hunter Bracale. Brenna Lee Griffiths. Samantha Boniface. Rebecca Lynn Gallagher. John Michael Wright, summa cum laude. Delaney Hunter Galbraith. Jonathan Major, magna cum laude. This concludes the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree. We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Education. Alexandra Lynn Berger, magna cum laude. Emily Jane Constable, summa cum laude. Alexandra Rose Davies, magna cum laude. Joshua Charles Farrell, cum laude. Taylor Freshour. Sarah Michelle Fulton, magna cum laude. Bailey Danielle Griffith. Alexandra Ham, summa cum laude. Ryan Scott Mickle. Stephen Palumbo. Emily Rankin, summa cum laude. Emma Kaufman Rose. Alexandra Marie Rutherford. Megan Leanna Schmeier. Carly Brianne Shepard, magna cum laude. Marie May Thornton. Jenna Dawn Sturtzbaugh. Victoria Seaver, magna cum laude. Kendra Tilton, magna cum laude. Catherine Walters, magna cum laude. Rachel Ann Weaver, magna cum laude. Caitlin Ann Wolf, summa cum laude. Madison Ann Wolf, cum laude. Ashley Zimmerman, summa cum laude. Joelle Brianna Marshall, cum laude. Those are the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Education. We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Asha Armstead. Hannah Sulin Barr. Gregory Clapp. Victor Clark, summa cum laude. Rebecca Cox, cum laude. Christian Warren Davis. Teresa Marie Dean. Tara Colleen Doherty. Caitlin Anna Fought. Amanda Grace Fry, cum laude. Cheyenne Hartley Carr. Hannah Janae Heitbrink, cum laude. Leslie Bryn Hovis. Allison Dawn Rhea, cum laude. Samantha Jones, summa cum laude. Megan Louise Kanya. Marissa Noplish, cum laude. Hannah Grace Koo. Meredith Grace Loudon, magna cum laude. Alex Lacole Linham, cum laude. Jadia Maitland, with distinction. Bailey Aaron McElwain. Mark Robert Meadows. Justin Momeyer, magna cum laude. Amanda Judith Moore, summa cum laude. Kylie Palmer. Savannah Perkins. Bruna Pinto, cum laude. Maria Jo Reed, cum laude. Jordan Paige Rodeback, magna cum laude. Tristan Marie Salemi, magna cum laude. Michelle Sweeterman, magna cum laude. Kalaisha Marie Snyder, cum laude. Brittany Kristen Stickles. Jillian Michelle Stitz, cum laude. Carissa Marie Swinderman, magna cum laude. Emily Jane Swisher, cum laude. Mohammed Odaba Toure. Maria Turner. Megan Velosin, cum laude. Victoria Marie Walden. Samantha Wilburn, cum laude. Paige Elizabeth Wright, magna cum laude. Abby Diane. Emily Elaine Yarman, summa cum laude. This concludes the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Music. Dana Dirksen, summa cum laude. Margot Caitlin Marshall Getz, magna cum laude. Olivia Josephine Nickel, summa cum laude. Alexandra Gina Neveroff. This concludes the candidates for the Bachelor of Music degree. We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Music Education. Samantha Lynn Gossett. Michael Chen Grimm, magna cum laude. Zach Anthony Triscari, cum laude. Gage Daniel Warwick. Candace Caitlin Roten, magna cum laude. This concludes the candidates for the Bachelor of Music Education degree. We will now recognize candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. Kaylee Barrett, magna cum laude. Ethan Brown. Sarah Randall Clark, cum laude. Tori DeProspero. Lauren DeMario, magna cum laude. Ben Foltz, magna cum laude. Brandon Harriman. Grace Hoover, magna cum laude. Caroline Elizabeth Kane, cum laude. Jack Louis LeBrock. Christopher Ryan Marth, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Pullman, summa cum laude. Lottie May Prenevost, magna cum laude. Daria Pilar Reedus, cum laude. Melissa Schlecht, magna cum laude. Gunnar Ty Schmidt, cum laude. Leah Kirsten Windall, magna cum laude. J.T. Wood. Morgan Anita Wood, magna cum laude. This concludes the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree.
What a class, boy. The amount of talent in this room is amazing. So these are great graduates. We're very proud of them. So congratulations to all the members of the class of 2018. The Otterbein community is extraordinarily proud of your individual and collective achievements. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Wendy Sherman-Heckler to the podium to recognize our emeriti faculty. Dr. Sherman-Heckler.
Emeritus status is the highest honor bestowed upon a retiring member of the Otterbein community. It is granted in recognition of distinguished service to the university, exemplary participation in campus life, a commitment to the community, and the esteem of students and colleagues. It has been an Otterbein tradition during the commencement ceremony to recognize these respected leaders. This year, 7 distinguished members of the Otterbein community were granted the honor of emeritus status by the Otterbein University Board of Trustees. Would Dr. Dwayne Buck, Dr. Jeff Demas, Dr. Carmen Galarche, Senior Instructor Patty Wilson, and Ms. Lori Mayhew please come to the stage? Confusion. Okay, I think we have them. For the countless lives of students you have mentored, encouraged, and transformed, and for the many ways you have enriched the daily lives of your colleagues and the quality of life for our university community, we offer our sincerest thanks and appreciation. We offer you this blank journal within which we hope you will record your wisdom, great insight, and ever-promising ideas. Please join me in congratulating once again Dr. Demas, Dr. Galarche, Professor Wilson, and Ms. Mayhew on their emeritus status. Okay, got to find the right page. Picture is very important. At this time, I would ask Chairman Thresher to step forward for a final emeritus presentation.
All right, thank you. So this is probably when Michael and his team go crazy because I go off script, but that's okay, right, Mike? So we have one more journal to present today. I'll just start with the formal part, which is the Board of Trustees is also proud to confer President Emeritus status to Dr. Kathy Crendall. So, just hang on. So, I should read the script about all the things that Kathy has done. I think I couldn't do a better job than what Frederick did in those comments earlier. I talked a little bit earlier about what Otterbein has done for me and my family. I haven't done a lot here, but if I made one good decision, early on I was on a search committee with Eddie Harrell, another trustee, and we identified Kathy as the absolute best candidate. The only thing we were worried about is the rest of the search committee might mess it up, So we had to get through that process, which we did, and I think everything you read and hear and hear about her from everybody else has talked about it. She has done just an outstanding job for us. It's going to be tough paths to follow, but she's done an outstanding job of getting us to where we are. We talked a little bit with the board about the interest in Kathy's replacement, and I give Kathy and the administration credit for the interest in this job and the interest in Otterbein. And we wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for what she's done the past 9 years. And again, Frederick stole all my thunder about the point and about everything else that we've gotten to this point. So at this point, Kathy, if you come forward, I have a journal for you. And I have one other thing for you also at the same time. So, thank you. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you all. Graduates, as you leave Otterbein today, I want to remind you of a simple but important truth, one that has been expressed by many different voices in varying ways over the years. This is what I want you to remember. The world is starved for grace. The world needs what you have to offer and all that you stand for. The world needs your commitment to serve, your passion for your profession, and your compassion for your neighbor. The world needs minds that are hungry, hands that are ready to work and to make change, a spirit that is strong and caring, and ideas that are innovative. Otterbein has a long and honorable record of doing the right things for the right reasons. Your university was founded on ideals and principles that place compassion, kindness, and servant leadership high on the list of one's priorities. We've spent the last year as a campus community reminding ourselves in thought and deed that kindness really does matter. My hope is that your experiences at Otterbein have taught you that there is as much reward in advancing the common good as there is in realizing your own personal successes. That is an important part of being a member of the Otterbein community. A greater good is in your very capable and caring hands. Some of you wrote notes this week to faculty and staff mentors thanking them for investing in you. Some of you have given back as volunteers, as leaders, researchers, and citizens of the world during your years here. Some of you have championed change, and some of you have taken your talents well beyond the boundaries and walls of this campus. As you leave Otterbein with the love and support of your family and friends, your Otterbein education, and your remarkable talents, remember, the world is starved for grace, and you are uniquely qualified to respond to that need. Oh, this is getting hard. Okay. Just in case. You know that who you are, what you do, and where you stand matters. You represent a community that has always believed that kindness, grace, and the common good matter. It's okay. How you live these values and truths as professionals, as citizens, and especially as alumni of Otterbein University matters. You are Otterbein's mission and vision made manifest. The benediction will be offered by Jessica Laseski, who earned a Bachelor of Science in Allied Health today. Jessica was a member of Otterbein Christian Fellowship. She was involved with campus ministry and was proud to have experienced her first mission trip, which was to Ecuador as an Otterbein student. Jessica says that in addition to her degree, she leaves Otterbein with a better understanding of who she is, and that she appreciates the authenticity, kindness, and support of her professors for helping students to grow as individuals. As a member of the Otterbein Ohio University Early Assurance Program, Jessica will be attending the Ohio University Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine with the goal of becoming a doctor of osteopathic medicine. Following the benediction will be the singing of the Otterbein Love Song, led by Zach Triscari, who graduated today with a Bachelor of Music Education degree. While at Otterbein, Zach was involved with Crossroads Campus Ministry and was a member of the Phi Delta Theta fraternity. He also was a member of Concert Choir. Zach says his Otterbein experience has helped him learn that understanding and compassion are essential in every community. A native of Stowe, Ohio, Zach plans to become a middle school and high school choir director. After the love song, I ask that you remain at your seats until the recessional is complete. Our ushers will lead your graduates outside where you can reconnect with them following the recessional. My thanks to the men of Sigma Delta Phi fraternity for their leadership and outstanding service as our ushers today and throughout this 2018 commencement season. Following the singing of the love song, I declare the commencement ceremony in this, the 171st year of Otterbein University, officially concluded. At this time, Jessica, please come forward for the benediction.
Before she does that, we need one more standing ovation for this lady right now, please.
Thank you, President Crendel. At this time, I invite you to remain standing and join me in a moment of final reflection. Everything that has happened in each of our lives has led us to this moment. Whether you are a family member, a friend, or a fellow student graduating today, every choice, sacrifice, mistake, and victory has brought you here to Otterbein University. This moment, this graduation, connects us all in such a unique and precious way. I encourage you to leave today in fearless pursuit of the passions that have been programmed in your heart by the one who created you. Because following God, following your passion, isn't necessarily what feels safe or what you've done all your life. It isn't becoming what you or others think you should be. It's trusting that you are radically loved and accepted just as you are. Perhaps this is the moment you've been created for. Perhaps you are still unsure. Either way, I dare you to take the chance in finding it. In concluding this ceremony, Lord God, we ask that your almighty hand be upon all who graduate today. Bless their lives from this day on with goodness, laughter, and peace. Help them to stay true to their dreams, to use their gifts wisely, and to walk into the future with faith, hope, and great love. Amen.
Would you please remain standing and join me in singing Otterbein's love song? The words to the love song can be found on the inside cover of your program.
In a quiet, peaceful village, there is one we love so true. She ever gives a welcome to her friends, both old and new. She stands serene mid treetops green. She is our dear Otterbein. Old Otterbein, our college, we sing of thee today. Our memories round thee linger in a sweet and mystic way. O Otterbein, we love thee. Our hearts are only thine. We pledge anew, we will be true. Dear